Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Blazing X, and welcome back to Cosmichatter, where I give my thoughts and opinions on numerous Cosmichatter related topics. Note, these are just my thoughts and opinions, nothing more, nothing less. Do not go around and say, oh, Blazing said this, thus it must be law. No, don't do that. I am not a cult of personality. Go formulate your own opinions, do your research, and come back, watch it again, and see if I'm right or wrong. However, today is a little bit of a different episode of Cosmichatter, because along with today, we got the one, the only, the chaotic developer himself, Brutatralb.
Hello.
Hello,
Yep.
sir. Welcome.
Yeah. Nice to, be on the episode.
True. Well, welcome, good sir. This is a first for everyone, actually. Really.
Yeah. I guess I should start with a bit more introduction. I mean, aside from the basic you just provided your audience. So, yeah, as Blaze said, I'm Brutatralb, and I'm the one responsible for creating that menace of a mod called Bit of Extra Stuff. You know, that insaniac who actually created chainsaws in space. Oh, wait, a second. Laser chainsaw in space.
Oh, it's always needed.
That's basically it. So, yeah. That's what we're dealing with here.
True. But, I guess we'll get started here. So, I guess one question I do have for you is regarding mods itself, because you're involved in mods for obvious reasons. What has been the most challenging aspect of mod development? I know there'd be definitely numerous aspects, but what is, for you anyway, the most difficult aspect?
Well, for me, the hardest part is coming up with sprites for the stuff I do, because, I'm not particularly good with drawing stuff. I usually just go ahead and use GIMP and take advantage of its auto-generate functions. Like, you get the idea, fill with gradient, some other spicy stuff like turbulence and clouds and plasma and whatever. Yeah, it has some interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah, it can do so. Next, I guess we have. Well, it was for starter, obviously. Understanding the Cosmichatters like basic markup structure, because you see, Cosmichatter does not use like the code as in programming language stuff. It uses markup language that basically goes along like JSON, basically. Yeah, I'm probably getting too technical here, but I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes, that's the point of being here.
Yeah, so basically understanding that stuff and learning all the different stuff you can actually do with it, that was different stuff. It took me quite some time to get a grasp of it, but once you do it, basically that's it.
I mean, that is interesting that it's not entirely a code. I would have thought it would have been a code. You would just because I know for in other programming languages like C++ and others, you can add graphics along with your code. That's very interesting that it's not a traditional coding language. That's very interesting.
Yeah, you can kind of call it coding language. It's just not programming language. You get the idea.
Interesting.
But yeah, Cosmichatter itself is written in C#, so if I recall correctly, Walter was planning to add this support with, actual code.
That's definitely interesting to note.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's interesting. Okay then. Well, I guess going off from that, is it any more difficult now, because, you know, we're not exactly in the classical era anymore, we're in a whole new modern world in Cosmichatter. Is it more difficult now to develop mods versus in the classical period? Or is it just as...
I guess you can say that it's harder for one main reason, because you see, compared to classic, in terms of like internals of the engine, not much things actually changed, like in the grand scheme of things. The only like really annoying part is new graphics. Basically, that's it.
So it's literally, it's just a graphics change. Wow. That's very...
Well, for the most part, yeah, not much changed in regards of like how game behaves. I mean, we still have resources, we still have crew, we still have, this mess of a single-player game mode.
True.
You get the idea.
I do.
I mean, at least Walter decided to make it, available in multiplayer, so I guess props to him, but, well, in beta test, I remember he actually broke some of the competitive game modes, like PvP.
Oh? That's...
Yeah, with one change to resources, how they operate. Basically, in Classic, if someone is new here, you basically made stuff from thin air. Like factory, it takes energy and it just pumps out bullets, nukes, whatever, you name it. Well, now you need resources.
True.
Well, you basically couldn't run anything other than energy weapons for any sufficient amount of time, and while in, elimination, that wouldn't be much of an issue.
True.
In domination, it sparked some interesting stuff. I mean, that's one more complex game mode, so some people actually quite invested in it, because it's not just two walls colliding and you get the idea.
True, there's a lot more variables nowadays versus in the classical time period, where there's a lot more you can do, especially...
Well, I wouldn't say there are a lot more variables compared to classic. I'm just saying that between two game modes.
True.
But yeah, basically Walt was forced to add, this button, restock all resources.
True.
Yeah, this was funny. This was legit funny.
Oh yeah, to have to deal with that would be a definite challenge. Alright. So... with I guess going on the whole topic of mods, what for you was the most difficult up to this point? Because you've been developing mods for at least 2 years now, if not more. What has been the most difficult thing to develop, and about the general time frame it took to develop it?
Well, I guess I can say this whole beam shield ordeal. Because, see, it's practically a saga in and itself.
True.
Because idea itself was brewing for quite some time. Actually, it was one of the oldest stuff I put in the, how's it called, plant box.
Really? So it's been that thing was in the works for a long time then.
I wouldn't say it was for works, I said idea was brewing, because to make stuff for my mod, I actually, before coding, before making sprites, I actually try to, make the idea coherent. Like, trying to figure out what kind of sprites I want, basically all that jazz. And one of the things is how it is supposed to function. Basically, beam shield functions very simple on the surface. Basically, you have number of shields that go in a line. I mean, just shield circles, right?
Right.
And you basically, depending on the length, you disable some of them at the end. That's it. Well, I had to figure out how in the bloody duckfuck I gonna make this whole figuring out the length. Because, see, my first takes were quite suboptimal, but eventually I figured this stuff out.
Right. Well, lovely. That's always lovely. Well, interesting. So, I guess the question then remains also, for you anyway, what was your preferred time period in Cosmichatter? Are you more preferring in classical, or do you prefer modern more?
Well, I can't really say this nowadays because, see, at the release of modern, I would definitely say classic.
Right.
But now quite some things changed because, see, Walter is a very funny developer.
Funny developer.
Yeah, because, see, from time to time he actually sleeps, and, well,
Sleep.
the start of this whole modern ordeal was one of those sleeps. I criticized him a bit. People who know who I am already remember this little go and forth between me and one of the Cosmichatter server moderators.
Right.
Yeah, it was quite some history. So yeah, basically Walter a bit screwed up in this department, but hey, nowadays he's at least getting this stuff, working and
True.
kinda curious. Because see, for example, one of the, it's not exactly latest, but hey, it's been, I don't exactly remember, but hey, beacons. Those.
True. Those
FTL
were
beacons.
released a few months ago.
Yeah. It's actually a very good step forward. Also, one of the more recent changes that arrived for modding with chain gun.
True. I haven't actually even gotten to test the chain gun yet, but I've heard great things.
Yeah, it's a very curious weapon, not gonna lie.
Is
but
it like?
It also kinda broke mods on release, so you get the idea.
Oh,
Because,
that's interesting to know.
Yeah. Well, Walter basically has a bit of history in terms of breaking stuff.
True.
And
I will
funny
say
thing is-
that.
Funny thing is, back in the day, he was a bit more. How do I put it?
Cautious.
A bit more thoughtful about, this whole ordeal regarding, mod ports.
Right.
Because, see, back in the day, at least in terms of forum, back when forum was a thing, it was quite a while ago.
True.
So basically, he had something called Operation No Mod is Left Behind.
Operation
should-
No
I-
Mods Left Behind.
Yeah, I shit you not. It was on forum.
I never even heard of that.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't in the channels that you probably would be considering worth, looking at. Because I doubt back in the day you were that much of a mod person or even modding person.
True.
It is
I didn't even get into much modding till like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, and it was like very old stuff.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, nothing similar was actually done for modern. If there was conversion stuff, at least he gave us a better period. That's kinda smooth thing over, but I still wasn't exactly convinced that it's all that Walter could do. But hey, what happened happened.
True.
You get the idea.
Yeah, he did what he did.
History does not like ifs.
True. Right. The one
Yeah.
thing I do like about modern, I know it's such a microscopic thing in comparison to classic, is the way of which getting mods is so much easier now than it was prior, because prior you had to search the forums and you had to look for the mod you wanted, then you had to download it, unzip it, and put it in the right spot. Whereas now...
Yeah, there was actually Blaze. If I recall correctly, there was no need to unzip mods, at least at the time when I was joining Cosmichatter.
Really?
You basically just download the zip, ask game, hey, I want to install a mod, and you direct it to, zip file. You just download it, and it will just unpack it automatically.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that you had to extract, you had to open it, unzip it, send it all to the mod section, and yada yada yada.
Yeah, well, anyway, you can actually install mods like this nowadays too.
Oh yeah, you can, but let me tell you, it's so much easier just going on the Steam Workshop.
I agree that the workshop is actually a very good thing.
Oh yeah.
That's one reason why, I haven't said a thing about workshop aside from it, periodically just not wanting to update mods for some unknown reason.
True.
That's basically my only complaint about this thing.
So wait, if that's the case then, when you update your mod every time, and let's say I have the Bose mod downloaded from the Steam Workshop, will it automatically update for me?
Well, it should.
Ooh, that is a massively beneficial thing.
Question is whether it will or not. Because, see, Steam actually tries some sneaky shadow magic stuff when it tries to update this whole motor deal. Basically, it's highly dependent on your Steam settings. I guess maybe not. But Steam tries to be as unintrusive with downloads as it can possibly be.
Right. That is
It is idea.
That is very... Well, let's hope that it does, because I'll definitely... One of these days, I do plan... I would like to eventually do more with the Bose mod, just because there's so much that can be done.
So,
like, I would like to see how much... One video that I've thought of doing for a long time...
Are you gonna tease it or not?
Well, I mean, one thing I want to really test the limitations of your mod. Like, I've done some stuff off the books. Like, I tested it when it was still on Classic. Like, I tested your shield against, like, the Death Star laser from Star Wars Cosmos Divided. And just different things. Your mod is so unique and so unorthodox that it's like, what is the possibilities with this? Because there's so much.
See, you did one mistake, I suppose, because you were testing against other mods.
True.
See, the whole idea that my mod actually is a lot stronger when you pair it with something else.
It's strong. It's already strong by itself. You don't need anything else.
Well, yeah, but there are a number of ways to push it even further beyond. Because, well, I mean, I'm gonna give you an example on one of the, latest parts I added to, the roster.
Right.
Rapidity. It's basically a very simple part on paper. It stays, and if there is, engine room in engine room radius, you get the idea, it receives an engine room buff. Basically, what it does, it conducts this buff forward, whatever that forward may be facing. It can be another rapidity, it can be thruster, it can be a wall, but it will be useless if that's a wall, you get the idea. Basically, if it's something that can be buffed by engine room, rapidity can transfer it there. You get the gist. So, it also takes in account strengths of the, engine room buff. So, for example, if you use vanilla engine room, right?
Right.
The buff will be one value. If you swap it out for engine room, that basically has some crazy strong engine room values.
Right.
For example, it likes 10 times stronger than vanilla one.
True. No, really.
It will be stronger. I repeat, it will get buff a lot stronger applied to the thruster that it's connected to. And if engine room happens to be weaker, well, buff itself will also be weaker. You get the gist.
Yeah, I get that. That's very... Wow. That's quite the thing to be able to develop over a course of time. The maniacal laugh coming out of you is very concerning. I have a really bad feeling about this.
So yeah, basically, if you actually, I guess I can send you some of my, in-depth screenshots for you to actually add to, this whole video stuff.
Oh yeah, I can show them.
Basically, that's one thruster.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Yeah, I really tested it.
What have you done?
Yeah. That's literally a single thruster.
Oh, that's one thruster.
Yep.
On this new form of engine room.
I mean, it's not form of engine room. On itself, it does practically nothing. Like, it's just tanks. You get the idea.
Oh my gosh.
But if actually engine room is adjacent or in, buff radius,
that is terrifying.
It will conduct this buff forward. And basically, I have how many engine rooms in this stuff? Basically, I have 4. I have 7. I have 14 engine rooms.
14 different types of engine rooms.
Yeah, no. Just one type of engine room, vanilla ones. It's just 14 vanilla engine rooms.
Oh, okay, that makes... Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, it's really one, very curious stuff to make your ship go brrrr.
Oh, it's gonna escape the speed of sound.
I mean, it's already moving at 300 meters per second, so you get the idea.
That is extremely fast for a ship.
See, all 14 engine rooms actually, take energy, require crew. You get the idea. It's not particularly cheap.
No, that would be. I haven't checked that out, but I'm assuming that a thing like that would cost a lot.
Yeah, well, funny thing is, one rapidity costs exactly as much as one crew. So basically, it's a bit above, 2 armor plates.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not exactly expensive, but you're gonna need quite a lot to make, to take full advantage of this whole idea.
Yeah, that would be, because that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That is...
So, you get the idea.
I do.
That basically, my modern creator goes something like this. If you can actually justify, with money how much it will actually cost, I guess we can work.
Guess? That's not exactly, that's not exactly helpful.
Well, I mean, I should you not, I added literal nuclear gatlings.
Oh?
Yeah, literal nuclear gatlings. Actually, if you take a look at tournament footage, you will actually find in the second match that one player actually used them.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out. And speaking of your channel, good sir, because we might as well bring that up. Yes, for those who are wondering that are, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, okay, I guess I'm gonna a bit interject.
You already dropped the ball. You have to give us something.
Yeah, okay, about channel, there is only one video, and it's literally the tournament footage with my, commentary. Simple as that. It's not much. It's
Right.
not much.
Well, you know, it's gonna
and
get
actually-
better over time.
And actually, I not exactly published the video to, complete, available through searching on YouTube.
Oh, so it's like unlisted.
Yeah, it's unlisted. Basically, if you have the link, you have the link. You can watch it. But if you don't, well, tough luck. But hey, link is available on my Discord server, so I guess you're welcome.
Oh yeah, and I'll definitely, you know, for everyone who is looking to watch and listen to more of Brutatralb's madness, the link will be in the description below to at least check out his channel and check out the video. Because the more support, the merrier. The more, the better.
Yeah, but I guess about channel you are a bit, too soon, because I doubt I will actually, completely follow it up with something of like high value. Maybe I will add some tutorials, but considering that I, have some plans regarding my PC, well, not today. You get the idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're very busy in the tech world, and you have many projects going on similar to me. There's a lot of things going on.
Well, mainly I have my job.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good to have a pastime. It's always good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely important to keep yourself occupied, off working, get your mind off everything going on.
Yes, it is kind of important, because if you're not, trying to do something, you're gonna die of boredom.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess you can really say that I am easily bored type.
Well, I mean, it's not bad, but definitely.
I mean, I'm not
you
saying
gotta watch
it's
out.
bad or good. I'm just stating the obvious. I mean, a sane person would actually try to make mods like mine. You get the idea. I mean, look at the other stuff. I mean, what you really see is pretty much, kind of a same-ish stuff to, vanilla.
Right.
You get the idea. I mean,
Oh, I get you. It's just
basically, that's why my mod kinda is the way it is, because you see, balancing is boring.
balance.
Yes,
Who
balance
needs
is
balance when you have
balance is
power?
a scam. Balance is a scam. Okay.
Balance is scum.
Yeah, it's
What?
a scam. It's a scam that people fall too easy for. I mean, I shit you not. If you can justify, parts cost with money, you will be able to, like, do whatever the hell you want with it. I mean, look at the stuff in my mod.
Sure.
I mean, there are quite a lot of, mostly it's unique stuff. I mean, just take a look at rapidity. It's not exactly expensive, but it does some very funny stuff. Haha.
True.
And you're
got
gonna
that right.
need it in large quantities. And that's not even touching the, that one thing you actually haven't figured out in the duration of the last, review.
Well,
by the way,
there's
about
a lot
Nightwish.
to cover. There's a lot to cover.
Yeah. About Nightwish, it's actually gonna get a bit of an upgrade
Oh.
in regards that it will be compatible with Amplificat.
Hmm.
That little thing that allows another cannon from my mod, Spiragmos, to go above and beyond.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's not at all concerning.
Literally, with enough Amplificat, you can make Spiragmos into, well, basically a machine gun.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, it's a very funny thing.
Funny thing he says. Meanwhile,
I
proceeds.
must warn you. before you actually, try to implement the stuff, ship gonna cost negative values. Oopsie daisy.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
How?
yeah.
How is that even
well-
possible?
Well, yeah, it's actually in a way because Walt was a bit lazy in regards of his, money keeping system.
Oh.
Basically, the moment ship cost go above 2 billion, somewhere around that neighborhood, yeah,
Yeah.
it basically goes negative.
That's very interesting.
You will never encounter that in vanilla. You will never encounter it without big grid mod.
Right.
But if you actually are determined, have right mods that actually add a lot of expensive stuff, like mine, you get the idea.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
You will be able to make your ship flip its value. It will go negative.
That
And
is very
actually-
interesting. I gotta try that out eventually.
Yeah. And actually, I'm one of the people who actually coined the term for that type of ship that actually does very interesting. Basically, after you go negative, you can actually get 2 more billions in terms of cost, right?
Right.
To go into the very low positive, you can actually get a zero cost ship.
That's very interesting. One of these days I'll have to try that on a live stream just to test the theory.
Well, yeah, but not gonna lie, ships that cost 4 billions, well, you're gonna need some mods to, make up for it.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'd
Because
install the
there's-
most
there's
expensive
literally-
ones.
There's literally no way you're gonna do it in vanilla. And, I tried. I tried to go like full scale, this whole ordeal. And
It's very
actually,
difficult.
I kinda, made the term for this. CHF unit. I'm not gonna tell you what this abbreviation CHF mean, because it's a very offensive term.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a reference.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not telling you what that means. So you gotta know that you know nothing.
Shh. They'll never know. They'll never find out,
Yeah,
Buddha.
yeah.
They'll never find out what the war
This
crimes they
is
committed.
this is gonna be very fun for your YouTube career if I actually say it. You get the idea.
Oh, I get it. I get it. All right.
I guess I can type you in chat what it actually means. Wait a second. And yes, that's
Oh, okay.
Let's see if you can.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm not telling you. But people who know, they know. Okay, good.
Yeah. That there's many reasons as to why you wouldn't say that here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I basically just keep saying CHF unit. I mean, you pretty much can see why I decided to, give it that exact name, because that's pretty much cheating.
Yeah,
I
going.
mean, imagine if you actually roll into tournament and see, ships that cost 0.
Yeah, that's not exactly. That's breaking the laws of physics.
Yeah, it's gonna be like very funny, haha, when you play domination and like suddenly a fleet of battle cruisers that cost 0 approach you, and you know what happens next, right?
Oh yeah, you're dead. You're done. Unless it's
Yeah.
all armor and it's a giant armor block flying at you, you're done.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, but it's gonna be like giant and heavily armored.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can pretty much have it cost any way you want, because you can pretty much put anything, like literally anything. You can have it like the most expensive weapons you can come across, like no questions asked.
Huh.
Like, if there is a cannon that will cost, like, I don't know, 7 million
Oh my god.
with appropriate damage, you get the idea,
Right.
right? It will break you. It will just cost 0, and like fleet of those guys gonna just approach you, and well, you know what happens next.
You're gonna get mugged.
Yeah, you're pretty much done.
Oh yeah.
There is no recovery from that.
No.
But yeah, and funny thing is, when I actually, stumbled upon this ordeal, I kinda proposed to some guys to try to, take that stuff to up tournament, like one of the old mods.
Right. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, like, in arena, what would happen with a ship that size.
Yeah.
Would it just, like,
Yeah.
not have any...
But funny thing is, in app you can find stuff that cost literally 100 millions.
Oh yeah. That's not surprising.
Yeah, I mean it's tier 5, so it is just.
Oh yeah, I know Flubbery, for example, he's built ships. Like, he's shown me some of his designs. And most of them were actually in... No, but there was a couple that were modded that were, like, a few 100 million. But they were massive monstrosities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Massive ships have very interesting effect on game's performance.
Oh my gosh, are they ever? I remember trying to play on my on my old laptop years ago with Flubbery. And you know, it's only 2.4 gigahertz processor and 8 gigs of RAM. Trying to process one of...
It's not gonna work.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not gonna work.
Trying to process one of Flubbery's monstrosities was not exactly fun. You can actually... There's a couple videos that we took in, like, 2019 together. And it was so bad. It was like 1 pixel per second, you know, 1 FPS. It's just like, it's like, you know, it's like,
Yeah, you get the idea.
Commodore
get the idea.
64s were running faster than this was.
Yeah, well, you know, big ships in Cosmichatter are really funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they are, but they're also terrifying to deal with too.
Yeah, but usually people don't really build anything that's, larger than vanilla grid.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few.
Yeah, 102, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, good sir, I thank you for coming out to the show. It was great to have you on. I hope everyone enjoys. I hope everyone enjoyed the episode. This has been one heck of an episode, I'll say that. A lot of things talked about. I hope I have you on again.
Yeah, well, sometime later.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
Hopefully so. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below and subscribe for some of my content. Also subscribe to Brutatralb. Link in the description will be below, and also check out his newest video.
Yeah, I guess I gotta put it on,
Yeah.
Visible.
Yeah. If you want, you gotta get the views, man.
Yeah, but, I'm not exactly the one going for views here. You get the idea.
True. But yeah, go support him. The more support, the merrier. And just show a love and joy for what he does. Yeah, other than that, I'll see you all in the next video.
Cheers.
Bye.